these values, it gives you 15. Similarly, the sigma y gives you 44, and then the sum of sigma x for the second group is 60, and the sum of the y values of sigma y is equals to 76. So these are the sum of all the x and y coordinates. Okay, after doing this, the next step is to bring these values into your questions which we have developed. So first we have to calculate the averages. I'm creating a space here. So here we for the group number 1, so yeah, here we write down for group 1, we calculate the average for the x value. So here we represent this by x1 bar. x1 bar is the sum of all the x values in group 1 and divided by the number of values. So there are 3 terms, so we divide it by 3. So we get 15 over 3, so this gives you 5. Okay. Similarly, for the y1 bar, we have sigma y over 3, because these are 3 in numbers. So here we divided 44 by 3. So there is no need to convert it into decimal form. Keep it as it is. Similarly, for the group number 2, x2 bar is equals to sum of x values in the group number 2 divided by 3, because there are also 3 terms. So 60 over 3 gives you 20. And the last, if I solve it for you, so y2 bar is equals to sigma x y over 3. So this gives you 76 over 3. So now we have all the x1 bar, x2 bar, and y1 bar and y2 bar's value. So these values can now be used in the standard equation we have developed in the method of group of averages. I'm going to erase this section and then I'll let you know one more important thing. So keep focusing on the all steps which I'm doing. Okay, now before writing the equations we have developed, you have to keep the equation of the curve which we have to fit. The equation of the curve is ax plus b. This is the curve we are going to fit through the given set of points. But the equations we have developed in the theory, we have written down, if you remember, the equation was in the form of a plus bx. So you can see here there is a slight difference in between these two equations. We developed the equations for this equation, and those were in the form of y1 bar is equals to ax1 bar plus b. Similarly, y2 bar is equals to ax2 bar plus b. There is a slight mistake. Let me make a correction here. The equations are in the form of a plus bx1 bar and a plus bx2 bars. So these were the equations we have developed for this equation. Now the equation is this one. So here b represents a slope, but here the slope is a. So you have to change these equations according to this equation. So this is important whenever you are solving a question. If the equation is not just like that, you can't use these equations directly. You have to make changes according to the equations provided to you in the question. So according to this equation, the equation takes the form y1 bar is equals to ax, because a is now slope. So here I am replacing b by a. So ax1 bar plus b, and similarly y2 bar is equals to ax2 bar plus b. So now you can make the comparison of these two equations. These two equations are corresponding to this equation of the straight line, and these two equations are corresponding to this equation of the straight line. So you can make the comparison and the difference so that you can understand how actually we change the equations according to the information provided. Okay, now the whole scene is clear, and the next step is, of course, we have to bring all these values into these two equations. So here we are going to substitute these informations over here. So y1 bar is 44 over 3 is equals to ax1 bar, which is 5 plus b as it is. And for y2 we have 76 over 3, and a times x2 bar is 20 and plus b. Now you can see here these are two simultaneous equations containing two unknown, so that we can solve them simultaneously to obtain the values of a and b. So it is not very difficult. You can use your calculator even. You can obtain the values directly. I have also calculated them. Let me write the results directly from here. So after solving these two equations, we get a is equals to 11.1117 and the value b is 0.7111 up to 4 decimal. This is the result I have calculated. Might be there is some difference in between your results and my result. That's fine, the procedure will be the same. Main thing is to learn the procedure, how actually it works. Okay, after finding these two values of a and b, the next step is to bring these unknown values, which was basically the main requirement of the question, to find them out. So here now ultimately we got them, and then putting them back into the main equation, and the main equation is y is equals to ax plus b. On putting the values of a, we get 11.1117 and plus 0.711. So this is the ultimate equation of the curve, which is going to approximate the given set of points. Now, after finding this equation, the next step is to verify. As if you remember in the previous lecture, when we were talking about the graphical way to fit a curve, there also we obtain the values of a and b, and then we place those values back into the main equation. So here we are doing the same thing, and then you have to bring the value, sorry, there is also x here, this is the x here, and you have to put the values of x from the original table which was provided in the question one by one, and see either you are obtaining the values of y close to y or equals to y. If the data output you are obtaining from here is almost equals to or almost near to the values of the y, then this curve is okay. Otherwise, if the results are getting far away from the data provided to you, then there is a point to think, okay, where we have done mistake and calculations or something else. So this is the most important thing. So this was the whole story behind it, and at the end, another question. And the question is for you to do at home, and this is just a practice question. There are many practice questions you can develop by your own. You can obtain from different sources, different books which I have recommended you. You can go through those books and you can find a variety of problems just for your practice point of view. So here I'm letting you know a question. You have to try to solve it at home. Okay. Okay, now after the statement of the question is same. You have to fit a curve through a given set of points. So the set of points I'm writing here, of course these are in the form of x and y. The values of x are 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, 2, 2.4 and 2.6. So this is the set of x coordinates, and the corresponding values of y are 4.2, 6.1, 8.5, 11.5, 14.9, 23.5 and 27.1. So this is the given set of points, and you have to fit a curve of the form y is equals to a times b times b, it's not a b, it's x here, a times x raised power n. So you can see here, this is of course not a linear equation. In the previous question which I have solved for you people, the question was linear initially. Here this equation is not linear. So first we shall be making it linear, and you already know how to make it linear. We shall be introducing the log on both sides, log base 10, and then to transform it into a linear form, and then you have to change the data accordingly. And after that you will be taking start of grouping the data into two and ultimately reaching to the final results. So I hope you can solve this question at home, and if you find any difficulty in order to solve this question, you can contact me through different sources. So with this, thank you very much.